Everyone, welcome back to Punchline. It's episode 3, Mars Attacks. And we're going to do something different this week. Instead of top 5, we're going to do top 3 moments in the episode, and I have Skyline with me.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so I guess after some discussion, we're going to, kind of narrow this down to 3 moments. Make it a little shorter and see if you guys like it or not. But number 3 for me, jump right into it, is just a bit with the bear, I guess Mui, being cut, but later on he is, I guess, healed through some kind of weird superpower thing that this guy shows up and kind of heals him. But yeah, it's very weird that this terrorist organization, or what you want to call him, is after this bear. Like, he's important to them somehow. It's just very weird, and also the fact that this guy showed up out of the blue, out of nowhere. He kind of reminded me of like Def Gun, or
Yes.
he just showed up out of nowhere and just kidnaps the bear. Yeah, I mean, some bit of stealth going on.
He was. I mean, she has a lot of crates in her room that she has yet to unpack. One of them had a terrorist in it.
Yep, that's true. But yeah, the bear thing was kind of weird. The fact that they want this animal is just a little out there, but it's fine.
Hello?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, sorry. You're going to have to edit this out. I'm having some technical difficulties.
It's a
Okay,
little
go
laggy,
ahead.
but yeah. But yeah, anyway, I'm done with that part. Anyway, what was your number 3?
Yeah, my number 3 is Grandpa clearly packaging juice. And he's a funky tattoo artist, apparently, because he put that mark on her, or he might have put that mark on her. You know, he was he was predicting the rise of a hero at some point in the near future, and that he knew he wouldn't be able to get there, so he had to create a robot daughter that could do it for him. And he knew there would be apparently a time when the world would be in grave danger that needed a hero like Strange Jesus. So it's just one of those neat things that's happening. We're looking at the past, we're looking at the future, we're looking at an incredibly weird week in this show's present.
Right, definitely agree on that. Yeah, I guess foresaw something in the future was going to happen. Or maybe maybe her dad, knows about the future or something like that. So it's kind of interesting that her grandpa, I guess, knows things like that. It's pretty weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of adds my number 2 with Mikatan trying to keep her identity of Strange Juice a secret from Ito, who kind of, I guess, walks in, and you got Mikatan doing this whole, like, trying to trick her. Like, she went in this other room as Strange Juice, and it didn't come out, and the other girl shows up, so she was trying to make Ito realize that they're 2 different people, but all of that doesn't really matter much at the end, because everyone now knows her secret identity. Because of her hair changing color and her glasses being missing.
Yeah, her glasses getting shot off. I love the shot, how they set that up when they had her on the television as Strange Juice being interviewed by a reporter. And once she clicked the TV, boom, there she was reflected in the TV screen with a person who could give her a much more in-depth interview right next to her.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was just a cool little shot.
Yeah, and that's why it was funny. Like, the whole time she's, trying to keep it a secret and not tell anyone. And nope, not anymore. And also brings the question of, what is she really? Is she? I think obviously she's probably not human, given that she, her hair changes color and she gets this super strength out of nowhere. And so it is. I mean, given the title of the episode, Mars Attacks, I would think maybe she's a Martian, which is kind of funny because everyone who watched Al Noah Zero knows that she was a Martian in that as well. So it's kind of funny how they kind of put that together.
I think kind of riffing on that. Plus, there's a long-standing Japanese cultural tradition of depicting Martians as and in some aliens as somewhat squid-like.
Yeah, that's true. So what was
they always appear kind of squiddy.
Right. Yeah. What was your number 2?
Number 2 for me is the QA organization. We mentioned the terrorist group, the conspiracy theory nuts, talking about the cover-up of an asteroid strike. And that's already happened, at least according to us, at least what we've seen. So there's just a great big wibbly wobbly timing ball happening, and we don't know precisely who's looking at it at what angle anymore when you get right down to it. There's a lot of people that seem to know a lot more than what's going on in the background.
Right, yeah, more of that time travel sense stuff that got thrown in here, especially with
Hmm.
Mika's grandpa. It's like he knows something, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he was part of that group and saw what was going to happen. Maybe decided, well, I'm going to change the future and save everyone by having
Yep.
strange juice there and to create this daughter to raise her or whatever. It makes sense.
Hmm.
Which is basically my number one of the week that revealed that Mika-tan is actually a robot, which to me, given what we've seen so far in this series, was a shocking moment. It was kind of like, what the hell's going on? But given what like I said, what we've seen so far, I wouldn't put it past the show to have a robot because superheroes, there's ghosts, there's time travel, and there's robots now. So I mean, it works.
Yeah, everything but a mecha thing at this point.
Right. That's the next thing they're gonna probably end up doing. I wouldn't be surprised if the house under the house has a giant robot somewhere
Yes.
to save the
Or
planet.
the house. Or the house was a
The house
mecha.
itself, yeah, I could see that too. But the horror story is kind of interesting. I mean, she was built 20 years ago by her grandpa in order to raise strange juice. I guess when she arrives. But so
Hmm.
that's the other thing I guess they're even hinting at that more that strange juice is probably an alien. Almost a little bit of like a Dragon Ball scenario where Goku was raised by
Ooh.
someone else and turned into a hero instead of a villain, which he was supposed to be.
I didn't
Yeah.
think about that. That is something to think about.
That and Superman, his origins kind of similar. He's not from Earth, obviously, and raised by humans. To be given that, I guess I don't know, like rules or stuff to live by, how to be a human, not a superpower alien, which is kind of similar. I guess a lot of stories pull from that. A lot of people compare Goku's origins with Superman, which is very similar. His planet blows up, he's sent off to another planet, his whole race is almost wiped out, so it's like a lot of things like that. But yeah, number one was kind of funny. I like that she's actually a robot. It's kind of funny, and she was like repairing herself.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Okay. And she also, she also had apparently a couple of different versions because apparently she grew from being a little child up until the Rei Fugumiya-sized character that
Yeah.
she is right now.
Oh, also thinking like Mega Man 2, in that same story, the guy builds Mega Man to be a hero. So it's like, but in other things she can't do a handstand apparently. I don't know why. That's a weird thing. And also we had Rob Root and the other girl kind of listening in on it, and they thought it was something else about not wearing protection. It was just one of the most funniest moments. I couldn't stop laughing on that. It's just...
Yeah. It was way. It was almost predictable in way I left field. It was almost predictable in a way that they were doing it, but the performances and the pacing of it were spot on. So you had to laugh at it, like you said.
Right. It's easily like a Gintama thing for me. They're talking about something else, and the other characters are interpreting it the wrong way as being this other thing. It's just funny. And so what was your number one?
Animals are weird. The Robert Bruce turtle, when the turtle bit that guy, the guy kind of got knocked out. I don't know if it was for the pain or if the turtle has a special, knockout juice bite or something like that. And as you've already mentioned, Ito's bear healed its own wounds and different things like that. So again, in this show, nothing is as it appears on the initial level when you get down to it. There's always something happening everywhere in every single scene that is going to be built upon something else that's going to happen or has already happened.
Right. Did you also notice the flag the Q-made people have is a turtle?
Yeah, it's a turtle. Yes,
it's a turtle,
is.
so
Yes, it is. I did notice that.
The turtle must be like you said, must be like this sacred animal or something. And the other group the other guys want the bear. So it's like maybe the bear and I don't know, the bear could be an alien, but also again that's just a little weird. But like you said, it's just this show. Like you said, it really has no, I guess, restraint on being weird. They really want to be weird, and they're definitely drilling that in every week.
Kind of reminds me in a way of an old collectible card game along the lines of Magic that came out years ago called Illuminati, where you had to have these. The object of the game was to make a group that could control the world, and they all had their own victory conditions and things like that. But their power structure that they used to be able to affect how the game was played was always really, really weird groups like going back in time fiendish fluoridators like Al Gore or the Boy Scouts or something really strange like that. So yeah, there's it seems like every single character in this has kind of an in on a conspiracy theory about the weirdness that is happening in this specific week.
Yeah, like Ito has the digital side of things about the the people on the computer that are quote unquote saying that you're all gonna die. You have Robert dealing with the supernatural side of things, and Strange Jews dealing with the superhero side of things, the more I guess worldly threats. So and then you have Yuta kind of in between, the ghost world and the superhero stuff and all the stuff that in the world. But it's like he's key to everything too somewhere. And
all the major characters, all the four major characters, have power animals in a way. Ito has a bear, Robert has a turtle. I guess you could argue that in one scene specifically, Mika-san had a squid.
Yeah.
And Ito has a cat.
That's true, yeah. Just some random things I found at the end. I have a theory going on in my head that all the episodes are, part of the same timeline. I was talking to Jiro about it on the last podcast, Miniverse, that every episode, maybe it's part of like the same day, but in sequences. So we're getting little bits and parts of each day played out, and Yuta's reset power, is maybe allowing us to see all these little details play out. But that might be a little hard because I know the meteor is supposed to hit on Christmas Day or morning, one of those days. So I don't know how that would add up as being one day of all these things happening, but I wouldn't put it past it.
There's, I mean, we saw from the previews for this show early on, the spring catalog and all of that going on, and we was like, but man, where is our show about pandas? You just kind of have to wonder, where's our show about, girls showing up in panties and some guy having some weird nosebleed reaction to it? Where's that show at? It's still kind of there, but it's becoming more and more layered as you're realizing that each day is passing by. Each day is somewhat changed by some sort of time travel event. So it's that wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey ball, and everyone's different perspective and viewpoint on it again.
Right, and another theory I found from a blog from Dami Desuyo, which basically, I guess this person theorized that when Yuta has his nosebleed, he's not actually causing the meteor to fall during that. It's just he has a nosebleed and passes out and ends up sleeping through the meteor crash. Which I was like, that kind of makes sense. I mean,
that means the cat is lying.
Right, the cat maybe the cat wants his body. You never know. Maybe he needs a new body.
Yeah.
So I mean, the cat would be revealed as maybe like a mini boss. It wouldn't be that big of a surprise if that was true. And he also has some things about the names. I can't really read them because I'm not very good at speaking Japanese. So if you want to look at them, I'll put them in the post, and you can look at the creative names. I think one of them for the cat was like something like Spirit Wanderer or something. It was just weird. And
Seeking help.
Yeah.
Seeking helper. Chiranosuke.
Yeah. So a lot of funny ones there. A few of them are a little out there, but and some of them that OC pointed out in the first episode. Obviously, Strange Juice is orange juice. That's kind of an easy one. But yeah, there's a bunch of fun ones on there.
Yeah, and that's a really weird one too, because I thought, how the heck does that happen? But I put myself in shoes like the English language textbook of a Japanese student, and isn't it kind of strange how you have RANG, range, RANG, range?
Right. Yeah.
A Japanese student is looking at those two words and saying, "English, would you please make up your freaking mind?"
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah,
F-O-O-T foot.
Right.
B-O-O-T boot. No, B-O-O-T boot.
But yeah, I'll leave that in the comment section or the post, and you can look at it and check it out. I mean, it's kind of interesting, and he's got some theories, a lot of questions that I pulled from. This one question about the whole nosebleed thing, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. Anything else you want to mention before we wrap this up?
No, I think we've covered it very, very well. It's a show, I think, that it doesn't necessarily need more love. I think it needs just a little bit more understanding. Kind of look beyond some of the strange weirdness and see that there is some method to the madness. That's what I would ask about this show.
Yeah, unfortunately, I could see this episode being the one that, you know, is the final nail in the coffin for a lot of people that they're not going to want to stick
Prob-
around. And I mean, some people I
Probably.
see comments that just, even on the metaverse, that they aren't really a fan of it. And, you know, that's too bad, like you said. If they just give it more time to have a chance to grow, they probably like it more, but you know, you can't force people to watch it, and that's fine. It's how it is.
No, yes, I can't. No, I can't. I can't do it. I can't force you to watch it. I'll encourage you, but I can't force you.
Right. I would just tell people that are, you know, contemplating dropping it, you know, if you're having trouble following along, you know, I mean, for me and you, we've obviously said before in the last post that it's kind of fairly easy to follow if you just kind of pay attention to things, but if you're just watching it for a mindless show, maybe it's not. I don't know, I'm not saying it's a smart show. I mean, it obviously has plot holes and stuff in it that need to be fixed, but yeah. I don't know, I would just say stick around.
It's clever.
Yeah.
It's attempting to tell a story in a different way that isn't exactly completely obvious. So yeah, it's a smart show, but it is clever. It's trying.
Right. Yeah. Again, they just need more time to grow, but yeah, I think that's it for the episode. So we'll talk about episode 4 when it comes out. So thanks for listening.
Thank you.